Well, the Automotive Museum's new exhibit is highlighting lowriders. Allie Wagner is checking things out this morning. She left us this report.
Good morning, you guys. Yeah, we've been hanging out here at the San Diego Auto Museum talking all about lowriders this morning, and I have Herb and I have Pandora who are here. And so tell me, first of all, Pandora, I'm going to start with you, a little bit of the history of lowriders, because I've seen a variety of cars as we've been walking through here, and kind of take us through how this all began.
Well, the history, that sometimes there's some conflict about when it started, but they're saying it's like 40s, 50s started, and it basically came as kind of a counterculture a little bit to some of the hot rods, because the hot rods, they were all souped up and they were super performance, right? Tear down the street, and they would always be usually hopped up in the back and lowered in the front. Yeah. So that's the reverse, where they decided to do slow cruising, make the car look really sleek and interesting and have a different profile, and then and cruise down the street at a slower pace. So it's a very different style. So and it developed all through the different generations. Now the thing that's nice too is that we talked about the bombas already a little bit, but there's also later cars that are, sometimes you go through the 50s and 60s. A lot of people see the Impalas in the 60s as being the epitome of lowriders, but they're all generations. Like this beautiful Mark III. It's an outstanding example of letting the lines of the car kind of, show you the beauty of the car, and also, having a little bit of a lower profile really just kind of amplifies how beautiful the car is.
Yeah, and you know what? This is expanded now. It's not just in California. It's not just in one part. You guys see these cars from all over the world.
Right, yeah. It's become a global phenomenon. There's lowrider communities in Japan, Australia, Brazil, Sweden. So it's just become this amazing kind of... all these other cultures have come to love the actual elements of lowriding, the community and the family orientation.
Yeah, and so it's not just about hydraulics, especially when you're looking at some of the older cars as well. I mean, it's about kind of lowering them down and showing them off.
It's a lifestyle. It has music that goes along with the cars. It's really a family issue, but they've created a very, very different style for themselves. Most of the guys that are involved in it are Latino or Spanish-oriented, but the cars are just fantastic, and so it's an adopted style. I think this is Mecca, Southern California, for lowriders, but it's spread all around the country and across the globe. And as Pandora said, we've got some Japanese lowriders coming into the show that are on their way. They actually got tied up in transit, but this is now an international phenomenon. It's not just Southern California.
So fascinating, and you got to tell me, Pandora, what are some of your favorite cars that are in here? Do you have a favorite?
That's so
There's
hard
so
to
many
say.
good ones, right?
I don't know. I mean, I personally love the Riviera. These over there, it's kind of a lilac orchid color. That's stunning. And the nice thing is the graphics behind it is actually from Barrio Logan. But it's just the lines of the car really just show you how beautiful they are, and the color is astounding. Yeah. But of course, how can you not love any of it? Like there's the 58 that's behind that, or across from that, with the majestic 58 right there. It's kind of a dusty rose color. Yeah. That's also, it's not the extravagant, the paint jobs, the actual paint color from 1958, but it really just shows you the beauty of the car, and again, the profile, as you can see, as far as it having the lowered back end, just really shows you the whole lowrider image.
I love that. And so people can come and visit this through February. When can they come to the Automotive Museum?
10 to 5, 7 days a week. And I think it's a nice mix. I grew up with these 1957, 56 cars, but I really love the Bombas, these big-bodied cars. Yeah. They are so different. It's just a very different explanation of lowriding. And that's kind of where it started on those big cars, and then migrated over to these cars. Now the older cars are starting to take a place in the middle of this wonderful, wonderful craft of lowriding. It is wonderful. Come and see us in January at the auto show. More cars. There'll be Not the same cars that we have here, another deck of cars. Pandora's getting gray hairs all the time, having to go get all these automobiles, but she's doing a wonderful job. So if you come to the auto show, it won't be any of these cars. It'll be another deck of cars over there. So come and visit.
Cool. Well, I know that KUSI will be there. So there you have it, you guys. You can come any day, 10 to 5. They'll be here. Come check it out. Back over to you.